number 8. Over the 1650 for the 2-year-old paces. Hoping to qualify as number 2, Classically Smooth, for Dylan Marshall. As the mobile sets itself on its journey for the 5-horse field. Heading into the back straight, passing the Alabar sign, about to be let go. Green lights on, and the rough and pacing coming up pretty well was Classically Smooth, also with Curveball. Curveball on the outside, but Classically Smooth's made its way to the lead now for Dylan Marshall. Gone off stride there on the outside was All She Says. Has lost a bit of ground and doesn't want to go back down to her pace. Back down to her pace now, and it's lost about 20 metres off it at the tail end of the field. So the new leader now is Curveball for Chris Sinozio. Going in behind that leader was Classically Smooth for Dylan Marshall. Also with Laura Threll for Josh Duggan. Danny Rocks is in the 4th position, and back last of all was All She Says for Glenn Douglas as they're making their way into the front straight. They're going to get the bell for the 1650 here for trial number 8 for this 2-year-old paces over the Nasharoni of 35. And it's Curveball in front. For Chris Sinozio sitting pretty comfortably, being tapped up a little bit now. Classically Smooth in behind there for Dylan Marshall. Getting very keenly back into 3rd position was Laura Terrell. Also with Danny Rocks, and All She Says caught up pretty quickly now back last of all. As they're making the way approach the 800 metres, heading into the back straight, Aldebaran Park back straight, approaching the 600 metres. And it's a Curveball in front. Classically Smooth is still in behind that leader, pulling out now, making the moves as Laura Terrell. Following it up in the 1-1 was All She Says, and Danny Rocks is caught back last of all. As they pass this 600 metres now, passing the Lord's Raceway Bendigo sign, and it's Curveball in front. Laura Terrell on the outside in the deaf position is trying to apply that pressure to the leader now, as they put his nose in front, as they're heading out of the back straight. Round in the corner now, approaching the 400 metres. Laura Terrell on the outside, put his nose in front now. Under a bit of pressure now was Curveball. Also with Classically Smooth, caught back last of all. Has now made moves and going out 3 wide was Danny Rocks. All She Says also. As they round in the Great Ocean Road Real Estate Home turned, heading into the front straight for the final time. It is Laura Terrell on the inside. Also with All She Says, Danny Rocks on the outside. Danny Rocks on the outside is racing away now for Keith Cochin. Danny Rocks on the outside, and Danny Rocks is going to win it. In the 2nd position on the inside was Laura Terrell, also with All She Says, Classically Smooth, and Curveball back last of all.